Hi, this is Sandy Strickland, and this is my first trade mini. This was made for Monica, and this is for the February trade. Let's see, I covered the outside with some beautiful handmade paper, stamped on this frame, and then I put some, and I had painted it, stamped on it, put some crackle on it, and then rubbed ink into the cracks. I die cut this little butterfly and inked it with two colors of inks, and then embossed it and put some glitter on it. Here's a little prima flower with some embossing powder on it. This is a sparkly letter that I got at Big Lots a couple years ago. This is a die cut that I embossed with two different colors of embossing powder. I embossed it all with the lighter nutmeg color, and then I just put some of the pepper in certain areas so it has kind of a two-tone color. And then I put these buttons, or these little blings on here, and this is just a little charm that I've had forever. I got out of some kit that I had. It says Destination on it. This is a flower that I die cut out of just natural colored burlap, and then I rubbed some of the Club Scrap bookbinding glue into it. I had sprayed it with glimmer mist, and then I rubbed in the glue, and then I sprinkled it with some Martha Stewart glitter, and this is just a little ribbon flower that I created by gathering ribbon in a circle and putting a button on top. This is an antique button that I got out of a, there was this lady who was retiring. She was going into a nursing home, and she gave me the entire contents of her sewing room, and I probably got over 1,000 antique buttons from that. Anyway, and then there's another little button from that collection. This is a prima flower that I put glossy accents on, and I inked the little corners, and then I dropped some micro beads on it. This is a tag that I stamped. I stamped the word treasure, and then I had my family and my, so it says my family, my treasure. And then I had made some homemade aqua colored glimmer mist, and I sprayed that on there, and then I had some coffee stained glimmer mist, and I sprayed some of that on there. Used a little hangy tag to put some fibers over here on the side. The binding is regular satin brocade fabric that I adhered to some paper and made it into bookbinding paper, and then I created this binding with it. You turn the page. Excuse me. And there's a tag here. It says I used a lot of the Club Scrap Henna kit for this mini, and this is a die cut that I had from that. I hope I'm not getting my husband's cold. And then here on the back I have a journaling stamp that I used. It's a Club Scrap journaling stamp, and then I embossed the story there. And this is some fabulous, fabulous vellum that I had from a long time ago. It came from a Club Scrap kit from several years ago, and I've just been hoarding it, and I've used it in various places here, and I made the pocket here with it. This is a Club Scrap stencil. I stenciled on this swirl from the Henna kit, and then I covered it with glossy accents, and then I sprayed the whole thing with my homemade aqua glimmer mist, and just did some distressing little thing to hold the button on. Over here you'll see some ribbon that I sprayed with the two colors of glimmer mist, and more of that great henna paper. I don't know who made this paper. I got it at Archivers a while back. Sprayed it with some glimmer mist on this side. Added a phrase that I had on some paper that I've had for years. Sprayed that. A little bit of stamp. Love those henna stamps. This is a die cut flower that I had made with my Big Shot, and then I painted it, stamped it, and I embossed it so it's shiny. And put a brad there. This is some acetate that I got from Scrap Goods when I was a Scrap Goods member. They had a kit with this really nice heavy acetate, and I got a ton of it because I didn't want to be without it. And then I stamped on the acetate. So then you turn the page, and this is the paper that was the inspiration for the whole thing. It's the Calamaty Jane line. I think it's Fancy Pants. I just love this paper. I've had it in my stash forever, been hoarding it, so I decided to use it. Little bit of a journaling spot, little die cut flower down here. Can you see that with the bling? Chipboard die cut that was black to begin with, and I just sprayed it with the glimmer mist. It came out kind of pearly, and then there's a bling in the very center. Really plain, so room for photos. You can slip a photo underneath that one. On this side I made a pocket, and this is just some scalloped circles that I got from Archivers, and I took a felt coaster and I turned it into a stamp, and I stamped with Making Memories paint there. On the back of this one, I just put a little circle journaling spot, and then the rest of these are just pretty plain. I sprayed them with Glimmer Mist, the pattern paper. This is my Mind's Eye. I think I love this paper. Love my Mind's Eye. So then on this side, more of that Henna kit paper. I think this is a Laura pocket page. There's a little die cut there. Just some tags that came in that Henna kit. Stamped it on the back. More of that MMA paper stamped on it. Put a little journaling spot on the back. And this tag here, nice big tags. I like to have some big tags in there for some nice large photos. Stamped down here. This is just, I think I heat embossed it. And then I put a little bit of that organdy ribbon, journaling spot, stamping, little die cut flower that I made to cover the brad, and then a little bling there. Really cute, like that. This tag, just a simple, that's a little thing, little pull, and then I made this little library pocket with a little tiny tag, a little bit of stamping there, very cute, little die cut flower there, just some stamping on the back. This tag's very plain, lots of room for nice big photos, and just a little bit of really nice lace there, or ribbon there. This tag, it unfurls and you can open it up, and there's some, oh, I'm having a hard time getting the good angle here. Okay, and there's some journaling, and then on the back, I left the tag kind of plain because it's this gorgeous gold paper, and I stamped here, and then I made this little tiny tag, and it's, you know, just got a little stamping on the back. This is just some paper, and I put this little die cut there, made this library pocket here. It's got a little die cut butterfly and a little saying. It says this is important information. It's got some bling on it. Then I made this little tag book to go in there. It says thanks. And just stamping on each one, little journaling spot here with some ribbon, some more stamping. Van Gogh stamp that has a really nice saying. And I love this stamp. Really, really love this stamp. More of that henna stuff. Just plain paper here. Die cut flower. Or it's a chipboard flower. And I put some glitter in here. I put the glue on there and glittered it. And it's been painted and glimmer misted. And then I've got one of those ribbon flowers. And just a little journaling spot with some bling here. This is a sideways envelope page. It's got that gorgeous paper on it. It opens up and there's a little folio book. Just some simple stamping, some paper I had in my stash that I'd stamped a while back, and then a die cut here, and inside it's just plain for photos. And then just a little, I put some beads when I bound it. On the back of the envelope, it's very plain, just beautiful paper that she can put photos on there. This is a hair clip that I had that I really liked, but it kept falling out of my hair. It was making me crazy, so I just decided to use it in a mini. And it holds closed this folio. This is a top note die cut with a beautiful tag from that Club Scrap Henna kit. Here's another. It folds out and there's a little thing with a nice die cut there. And plain. This Club Scrap paper, the texture is so gorgeous. This is just an area where she can put a photo or journaling. You turn it over and there's a little pocket here with just a little tiny tag. And then over here, this just overlaps, just kind of pretty paper. And it just closes like this. And then you go to the back and it's very, very plain because this paper is beautiful, debossed paper. I just love it. And then hand stamped, and I signed my name. It's kind of faint because I used a light brown. And then, you know, that beautiful brocade fabric. So that's my mini, and I hope you like it. And I hope Monica likes it especially. Thanks.